What is going on, people? Welcome back. Johnny here. We are going to pick up with the Dwarf soon. So it turns out it's the storyteller settings where you can change it back to classic mortars. I've been looking for that in the game settings, and that is why I have not ever found it. Well, thank you very much for that comment. Otherwise, we are going to be cruising here, trying to get to 1 million wealth. See if we can make it, survive a little bit, maybe have a little fun at the end by completing the Dwarf Lost Hold quest, but only with the King and the Thanes. Something like that, I think, is where this one will go. Either way, as you can see, Morrison is currently holding court, bespeaking the evils of the Skaven and the Orcs. And there's some visitors over here. There's also a fire. It appears as if a boomalope has burst. Although I don't see a boomalope deceased anywhere, so there you go. Regardless, we'll just get rid of all this home zone and ignore. Although we really have been short on wood for quite a while. Probably will continue to be so. It just is what it is. So, geez, this is the longest court. Usually I skip through a lot of this stuff, but anyway, Morrison finished holding court, and it was boring. I believe that's a -4 for 8 days. Ouch. We have some dead critters on our traps and our trap corridor. You don't need to do a lot of hunting. Just keep those traps up. Sadly, material is going to be... That's one of the things we've actually been using consumable material on. I want to mine down here, but I'm just not sold. If there's a big open area, it wouldn't be a bad thing. If it's all caves, they could hide in the caves and keep away from our grudge throwers. There's some other space for mining over here, but whatever. Yeah, so if we keep building traps, we're using steel, tin, copper, whatever. Our current wealth is 980,000. It looks like we dropped down below that a little bit. It's funny how one little tick is like 20,000 wealth now. I'm going to fill this back area in. We have this little dude named Yak that's trading us a few things. We just sell him some crap. We have a lot of random stuff we don't need, and it'd be nice to clear out the storehouses. Not as bad as it usually is since we haven't been raided by the Humies in a while, but nonetheless. Never built that ogre research bench, but I decided to kit the ogres out in Empire apparel. Thought it just seemed like it would look cool, more cool. Anyway, and... see, we're out of wood. This is a wood shelf. We have no wood on it, which means probably we don't have any wood anywhere. Need to do some harvesting. I guess we could either... we don't have a way to call in a trader, so we'd almost have to go out on Caravan. But wood's pretty heavy, so you can't really carry too much of it. That's a bit of a problem. There's no wood down there. There's a few over here by the door entrance to the map. There's a couple things going out on the map. 21 enemies at a bandit camp. A decent reward. I could probably take my Thanes and my King over there. Some portion of that. And lay waste to it. Once you get the bonuses for being Dwarf High Bloods. And, oh yeah, it'd be nice to have some Muffalo too. Even though we have animal issues as it is. I thought I had Muffalo. Whatever. We'll get there. If we're going to be caravanning, which we're going to need to, we're going to need some legit pack animals. Let's see, it's high summer. Actually, it's exactly midsummer right now. I have to force people to do the harvesting of the trees because there's so much plant work this time of the year. Nothing gets done. So you can either restrict them to a zone or just manually deal with it. We don't need a ton of wood. We just need to keep the cook stoves going. Yeah, let's do it. So here we have a Thane, 3 Thanes and a King. Let's load them up. Let's go to that area. Let's see if we can't, with 4 pawns, take out 21 people. I don't even know if I should bring anything. It'd be very brazen not to. At least some meds, right? Bedrolls? Pfft, who needs a bedroll? We'll be there and back again. Unlike the Hobbit tale, it'll only take about half a day, right? If all goes well, we should probably bring some food just in case. So, I think that's probably decent. We don't really need much else. 1.4 days of food, except they probably have food in their pockets too yet. All right, well, there you go. We'll see if we can swing that. Medicine is definitely going to be important, so Okay, now it's quick. We'll get some warp stone for that. That's one way to raise your wealth. That, turning people into statues. All right, there it is. Bandit cap. We could be ballsy and drop in the center. Let's see how this goes. What could go wrong, right? At least we're right on top of them. If they're all armed with shooty weapons, they won't have the ability to start shooting me to bits, because we'll pop out and stick a axe up their keisters. I don't like that, like, you can't just right click and say attack. I guess if I'd hit the H button it would work a little better, but alright, smacking heads. Who's gonna get it and who's not? Morrison's down his guy. Gotrik's already got a guy or two down. Stoneheart, wham! It's one hit, one kill with these massive weapons. Not every time, but pretty much most of the time here. Gotrik's taking some abuse. It later occurred to me that if Gotrik went down, we'd be in big trouble, because he's the one that's got to get us back out of here. But this is a bit of a liability. That dude just shot his own guy with a pila. Dummy. These weapons do have a bit of time to re-up. All right, payment arrived. There you go. We could smash a few heads on their way out the door. Nobody took any real injuries there. We're in great shape. And our payment arrived back home. We can see what we can plunder from here. It is 2 in the afternoon, so perhaps we should just consider getting on out of here. You see Gotrik, how fast he is with those boots. He's got those magic boots on. Swarmed over there and smashed that dude. That was glorious. So I think you also need to unforbid everything. Yeah, he's got a few... Ooh, a cracked pelvis. Ouch. That's not good, man. That sounds pretty brutal, actually. I'm going to go ahead and claim everything and just make sure we're not leaving anything real nice or valuable on the table here before we bail. But, yeah, boots of speed. I was trying to get all my Thanes boots of speed. That's one of my goals here. At the very least, if they had leaping boots, it would be useful. I didn't say that top building is just ruins. It's not going to be anything worthwhile. Okay, so we got a Lantern of Days to make infinite light. And it looks like we got a magic scroll as well. I don't know where to even put this thing. We pretty much have everything covered with these already. It's nice not having to refuel stuff, though. Maybe just like in a nice little hallway area. That's fine. We were putting heating statues in our hallways so we can get rid of that candle that they're always refilling. Anything in here? Bunch of beds. I should at least check the quality, but I don't really care so much. Hawken is laid up. Morrison's checking buildings. Stoneheart's checking buildings. Looks like Gotrik is behind Hawken, repairing buildings that I claimed. And dwarf leather tribal wear. And that's why we came here and solved the grudge. These disgusting bastards. Alright, we need to renew the spell. And then meditate to get our magical ability back. There you go. And we'll just load up as much stuff as we can. I stripped them all. Can load up their gear as well. There's some excellent quality beds in here, but they're vanilla beds. And off we go. Wealth in hand. Boom. Yeah, we probably shouldn't go too close to that one. It's going to explode before too long. Yeah, let's go over here. Tronka started a social fight with Raynor. It's fantastic. There we go. Done deal. That was a 21 enemy outpost smashed to bits by our king and 3 Thanes. Business, people. Dwarves are where it's at. Still putting statues in all the bedrooms. You get that mood boost. It's nice to have everybody happy all the time. I mean, you're always going to have the gourmand who's going to have a break. This is why I don't take pyromaniacs. They'll just break for no reason, starting shit on fire. I can't have that around here. So we have some clothes to repair. This should... Oh, 25 seconds. There you go. Look at that. Somebody refueled it, actually. Somebody refueled it with more warp stone. It's a new one. I've never had anybody so on top of stuff before, but whatever. We get it back, so there you go. Starvation for Forge Maker. I mean, there's plenty of food around, dude. You could always just go eat. It's kind of... He's even malnourished. Like, how long's it been since you... Oh, and then go wake Morrison up. Maybe the room's big enough that Morrison doesn't get disturbed by that. Do some mining over here. Just to make sure there's no big open space over there. And then if not, we can do some more expansion on the hold itself. So I'm going to cut back the mining just south of this point, and then we'll plan on, if there's no open space, we'll leave a handful of those. We can also fill them in too with walls or dwarven walls, and then have some extra space. We need more cook space. We're not really capable of keeping up with this many people with only 2 cook stoves, so we're going to shrink the storage room and expand the cooking room, and that should solve the problem nicely. We got to deconstruct some walls, move some doors, and then do some mining and smoothing. Actually, we're not going to bother smoothing because we're going to end up doing sterile floors in here, even though it's like a walk-through room, which is no bueno. So what do we find over here? Jade. There you go. We can make some jade statues, perhaps. Anything to kick that wealth up would be nice. You know, eventually these boomalopes are going to go on my traps. That's just what they love to do. It's the only reason they're really in the game, I'm sure, to keep you from making awesome trap corridor setups. Alright, a new area. Oh, there we go. Look at this. So we did find one tiny open area. Not a big deal. There's some trees at least. That's very useful. Otherwise, I think we're in good shape to continue our hold expansion. I could go a little further north. Okay, so there's still an issue with the smooth decorated stone coming down as meteors. Just put that on my list. I didn't have much time to work on the mods this week, and when I do, Dino is always giving me textures for new stuff for the Empire update, so I always want to work those in first because people get excited about that, including myself. So we're going to expand this. Yeah, you can just do a diagonal corridor. Look at that. There's a bunch of sulfur, which is one of the materials we've been needing, so that was fortuitous. And there you go. We'll do a diagonal corridor over to there, and let's put up a door to block that section off where it's not smooth. We did have some blight down here in the cotton. It's been so long. It's going to die in the winter. No one's going to replant it. I think we have 3669 cotton, cloth, whatever already. So I don't think we need much more. All right, we're going to do our final blast, and then we can get cruising on the Empire stuff. One problem is that the Empire walls take some wood, and I don't have a lot of wood laying about. But I don't know, given a season, hopefully our trees are coming close to fruition. So I'm going to build another cook stove, which is one more thing we need to fuel, but that just is what it is. Bad temperature, because I have a cleaning statue in here, so this room should stay spotless. That thing will just, I don't know, every 30 seconds or so, it'll clean the room, and that's that. That's the benefit of magic. I took that idea from the Sword and the Stone when Arthur and Wart, no, Arthur was Wart. When Arthur and Merlin were cleaning up in the kitchen, Merlin came around and cast a spell to do the work. When I was considering what the hell makes sense to add for RimWorld that's magical and cool, that was one of my options that came from there. So the final blast is done. I'm going to uninstall the detonator, because we might need that again. This guy's repairing all the stupid blast lines. My blasting wire selector isn't working. You're supposed to be able to click that and then do a drag, but I have to figure that out as well. It's always something. And we do have a ton of trees growing in here. They don't produce a massive amount of wood each, but that's okay. We'll get there. Even if we have to wait for a trader to come along and help us out, we will get there. Now, there's more cloth over there on the left side laying in the dirt. They have so much they don't even pick it all up. It's been a while since we had an infestation. It was just fine. I think I could probably work something out and start harvesting those damn things and really get paid every time. If you can take out all the animals and leave the rest of them there, just keep popping out stone and pemmican. I'm getting heat stroke due to a heat wave here. A caravan from the Empire Man is approaching. That's fantastic. I doubt they even have wood, but maybe they do. We'll find out either way. Haken is our talker. And I've laid out the houses for the new Empire settlement. And we will also... Where the hell's Haken? Sleeping right now. There we go. He was on his way. So I have all these clothes to sell. We're going to buy steel. We have textiles to sell as well. I always buy black powder and steel. Or I have some random meat. If we have small stacks of meat, I'm going to sell them just to open up some freezer space. Look at that. We bought a lot of crap. I bought coal too, and I bought some... I don't know if those... I thought those were jumping boots. We're going to give those to our... Yeah. Oh, it's boots of speed. There you go. So Haken will have boots of speed too. Again, the goal is to have all the Thanes and the King wearing boots of speed or jumping boots, so that at the end we can see if 4 people can take down... or 4 dwarfs can take down, I think it's like 140 or 150 people at the final dwarf reclaiming the captured hold quest. So yeah, we got to figure out what to do about wood, or we're never going to get all those walls done over there. But I want to stick to the Empire theme. We could do it as Empire castle walls, but it just doesn't seem fitting. Here's Gotrik ruling the hold from his fancy throne. And wealth. Oh, looks like we're over 1 million there. That's a nice sign. This could be the... Yeah, look at that. 1,004,000 and some change. Finally. But we're going to do a big caravan, I think. I think it makes sense to do one more, right? Oh, yeah, here. Didn't I call this right here? All right, so I'm going to consider some world map quests. Feels like the right thing to do. We need to get out. We need to buy wood. And there's no time like now. It's late summer, so we'll leave the growers here. We'll take a bunch of the other people with. And we'll be on our merry way to see if we can acquire some wood. I put everybody in the caravan. As you can see at the top of the screen there, they're all packing this baby up. And then once they actually get it packed and start trying to get out of here, then I'll just remove people manually. And they're making it. The horses are going down due to malnutrition. So we don't have any food for the animals. So I think we're just going to have to remove them and slaughter them and manually add all these things to different horses. This is just tough, to say the least. If we could stay on the road for like 10 days, we'll have a full crop of wheat. Yeah, we got to remove and slaughter because we don't have anything we can give them. We have some veggies, but I'm hesitant because we have a lot of bodies here, including 4 ogres who eat like beasts. Some of the cows. Oh, God, why is it the horses that are going down? The cows, I wouldn't have much problem with. They don't really do anything in terms of caravanning. We just got to get all these dead animals out of here. I don't know if this caravan's going to succeed or not. We may end up in a situation where it's not going to work. Maybe if I drag some food out here. Let's try that. Go get some food and bring it over, because maybe if we could feed them, they won't go down and go unconscious. Oh, God. If they rescue them, I should have put a rescue spot for the animals closer by, too, because they're still likely to starve if we don't get some food in them. And if no one's here to do doctoring, they'll starve, and that'll be that. But at least I don't have to worry about the animals. One thing about the animals, they are providing good wealth around here. Can we just get out of here? Yes. This looks positive. I need to start removing people from the caravan now. So I got a list of who's going to go. It's not going to be many people. It's going to work through and remove people. I did remove a few people already who had some mental issues or just weren't very happy or close to a mental break. There we go. So we got them all. The few people that are going to go, Peterson's good to get on a caravan. Stoneheart as some leadership representation. Snow Munch, because why not? If he gets hungry, he'll eat snow. There is a cool polar, or an ice bear, I think it's called. Look how slow they go with these things. This is an awesome quest we must do. Jump to the chaos portal. I'd say we're going to have to do that. 20 enemies. I think we can probably take Gotrik and get over there and see if we can't deal with that mess. Mayor 47 is tot. That's not good. Yeah, nobody fed the mare. They just let it die. That's unfortunate. Everybody went to bed. Like, the mare will be fine till morning. She doesn't look that bad, right? She actually did look that bad. She croaked from hunger. I guess we'll take this doe as well. All right, so these dudes are going to go down and do some trading. We'll trade with the tribals. There's another warhorse dead. Ouch. That's not good. Was that one on Caravan? Doesn't give me a jump. Never gives you a jump to location. We still have plenty of mass capacity, and they should be eating now on the road. So they're all getting food just by grazing in the mountains currently. We're just going to let that go. Call it good. Go Frenzy, Eclipse. Yeah. We got a mess to clean up. All right, so let's get Gotrik over here, and let's go ahead and make sure we have magic points to get ourselves back. Let's see, it's 9 a.m., but there's an eclipse. That's why it looks dark. I'm just going to take a few little things. Man, I don't actually think I brought anything except for my pawns. Maybe I'll bring Chaco as some backup. Everybody get in there, please. Gotrik, Hawken, and Morrison. Loading in progress. Where's Chaco? There he is. Alright, that'll be sufficient, right? What could go wrong? There we are. Let's get the ruck out of here. So Chaos Portal, here we come. I'm going to drop the edge on this one. Oh my god. Oh, I missed the whole battle. Okay, so somehow my recording failed there. But we got swarmed by Jabba-Slives. Gotrik got his ass kicked. You can see he's incapacitated. We did destroy the portal. We did get the reward. However, we're stuck here for a while. So, yeah, that's a major problem. At least we can butcher 2 jabbers. None of the pawns I brought with will actually do any hauling. So, Morrison's going to rescue the king. It's a major problem. At least somebody will do some butchering. There are some other chaos critters we can butcher. Yeah, Gotrik took it on the chin. He almost got his head bit off. If he didn't have such good armor, he would be dead. Perhaps I should have brought a wand of resurrection with me. Next problem is no one's going to haul this stuff because nobody here hauls. So I didn't yet realize it when I was setting all that up, but either way, there we go. So his neck got a bruise from jabber teeth. These are all pretty significant wounds. They're red or orange. That indicates they're pretty bad. Let's get these dudes butchered up as well. We might as well while we're standing around. And until Gotrik gets up, we're kind of fracked. Don't have many good options here. Mental breaks aren't the worst thing. So Gotrik did wake up. I'm going to have him equip his hammer. They're eating raw Java-Slife meat at the moment. We need to get our meditation done, our spell refreshed, and we need to get the hell out of there. Our trading party made it to where they need to go. We're going to buy a transport scroll, a cooking scroll, and sell as much as we can. So he wants to eat that damn food, which is not good, but at least he's got his hammer. He's going to recreate. I need him to meditate. He's really crabby due to the intense pain. There's just not a lot I can do about that. 8 raw food, 8 raw chaos meat, extremely wet, sick. Magical delivery, yeah. Somebody sent us some free shit. Look at that. Axes for the goblin humor. Some dwarven allies somewhere has heard we've been kicking ass and taking names. So in 3.2 days, enemies are going to arrive. So let's just see about getting out of here as soon as we can. Come on, little buddy. I'm trying not to force him to do anything. And then he has a daze. So now Gotrik's had a mental break. I was pushing it. I wanted him to recreate. I thought that would get the mood up. He got insulted on top of everything else. So we did make it to the Empire settlement. I'm going to buy some Mastiffs. I think that's pretty cool. If I can find some cats, I'll buy some cats too. Give it more of that Dwarf Fortress vibe that I love so much. All right, we're taking apart beds. I shouldn't take apart more than one because we do have 4 people here, and it's already a pretty crabby situation. I'm going to take apart doors just so I can see what's in all these rooms. In retrospect, I should have gotten all this wood together and brought it back, but I do not do that. By the time Gotrik pops out of this, I am in a panic about losing the king. Because if enemies were to show up right now, he would literally get owned, and that would be that. So we're almost to our dwarven friends here. It's going to be half a day, though, because they're going to stop and sleep. So there was a wedding while all that other stuff was going on elsewhere. So they decide to get married, have a party. Rock Digger and Rock Biter. That's the first time I've had an ogre couple wed in all my games. So there you go. There's Morrison on an insulting spree. Again, if Gotrik pops out of it, he can use his magic to pop Morrison out of it. Chaco is also sad wandering. This was a bad idea, people. So here's the dwarfs. They have hens. We could get eggs. They have kitties. Sadly, there's 2 females, but that might be for the best. We don't end up with 1 million males. We're going to start selling off some of these animals. We can't feed the cows all winter. It's been nice having the milk and the cheese. We simply cannot do it. Like, we have buffalo, we have horses. The chimera, might as well get rid of that too. Anything we can't feed. I guess the chimera will probably go eat meat. There's a zone of fertility. We'll take that. That'll help our food production. I could kind of go bananas. We're going to sell a bunch of dwarven ale. We brought a ton of it, and people are buying it now. So let's do it. Chaco's been insulted 8 times for a -28. Ravenously hungry. Awful barracks. Slept outside. Slept on the ground. Sick. It's just a never-ending shit show over here. Psychotic wandering for Gotrik. I thought he went into a daze. I guess that's what they call it, daze. So the Sibarius that I planted doesn't grow. It needs light. So this whole time I've been trying to grow that food and it doesn't grow. So I guess I can put more statues in the bedrooms while they replant. I'm going to put these cool looking dwarven statues right outside the door here. That looks pretty badass. We did meet a trading partner on the road, which is nice. No kitties to trade me. I'm like a couple, at least 1 male kitty. I would do it. Male mastiff too. We have a lot of stuff. We don't really have a ton of money anymore, but we do have 108. Ooh, they have wood. We do have 108 dwarven ales. We also bought 264 gold on the way. So that was our main goal from the beginning. We might as well continue to pursue it since it's a good way to stockpile wealth. Probably like warpstone would be better because it's way more worthwhile in terms of value. All right, so 2 days until enemies arrive. Gotrik's still in a mental break situation here. 1 day until our caravan reaches the next trading partner. Gotrik's still eating raw chaos meat. He did finally pop out of his mental break. He is cathartic right now. I think we should just not frick around and get out of here. I didn't want to take the risk of any more BS. Nobody's on a mental break at the moment. Gotrik's lasted the longest as it happens. So let's just get this thing rocking. Everybody, boom, and as much crap as we can carry. There's not a lot laying around, so we might as well just take whatever's worthwhile. Chaos meat's worthless. Sapphires, that's some good wealth. Titanium, nice. Uranium. We can make doobies out of those. Hey, marble blocks, we'll take that. We'll take the slag too. It's free steel and there's 50 wood. I should have deconstructed all that wood stuff. We had the time. Next problem is just need to get it loaded, but there really wasn't that much for 4 people that have enhanced speed. So we made it. And holy shit, that was a bad idea. So there you go. They're not invulnerable. The Javis Life will destroy your face. So we are getting close to wrapping up here for the day. Gotrik, he's going to be sleeping in the hospital for a while. That's probably for the best. I need to get our beds reset because certain people took different beds too. Anyway, please, guys, leave me a like. Those do help me out. I do love you for it. Leave a comment. I read them all myself, and I do respond. We will get this Empire settlement built. It's pointless to look at wealth right now with so many people on Caravan. I love you all, and I will see you next time.